Enduro biking is the ultimate blend of technical skill, adrenaline-pumping descents, and challenging climbs. Whether you're a seasoned rider looking to upgrade your gear or a beginner eager to tackle rugged trails, choosing the right enduro bike can make all the difference in your experience. With a surge in advanced bike technologies and versatile designs, today's enduro bikes are more capable than ever, delivering high performance on diverse terrains. We've listed the top 5 best enduro bikes 2025, their key features, and important factors to consider when choosing the right one for you. Check the video description for product links. Let's get started. Number 5. Cotic Rocket Max. If you want total hard-edged precision, or lightweight, long-travel trail agility, then the Rocket Max isn't for you. The radical geometry with its need to take the longer way around tighter sections won't suit everyone either, and it's the first bike too long to pass the fit straight in the back of guys van test. The steel tube aesthetics with their transverse pipe section terminals won't float the boat of fat carbon fans either. However, as Guy Kesteven says in his full review, if you want a bike that delivers all the damping and shock shrugging advantages of steel while retaining a warm sense of spring but never twanging too far offline, then it's fantastic. The geometry and key componentry have been carefully curated to take the unshakably grounded and gripped feel from the tire knob to the bar tip. The result is an enduro tank that stays utterly calm and confident well beyond our test team's normal panic points, and takes up a position as one of the fastest gravity bikes we've ridden, regardless of material or origin. Additionally, it pedals well enough to hide a lot of its weight and stays enjoyably engaging on less taxing trails. Number 4. Merida 168,000. Merida's radically redesigned 160 offering takes a blend of downhill MTB, XC, and triathlon, and delivers a balanced, easily rideable E and flat-out fast, fun enduro steed. Merida twists the norm right from the start. Rather than the usual X-small to X-large sizing, the 160 rephrases that to X-short to X-long. That covers a massive reach range from 415mm to 525mm, but also includes deliberately short seat tubes and head tubes, so shorter riders who want a long bike won't get jacked up too high. To stop the monster from feeling too barge-like, the chainstay length on the long and extra long bikes is 438mm. Extra small, small, and mid bikes come with a 27.5-inch rear wheel as standard and a seat stay flip chip that brings the back end to 434mm. While the 64-degree head angle is par for the enduro course these days, the steep 79-degree effective seat angle is the kind of radical move you generally only find from small edgy brands, not one of the world's largest bike manufacturers. The bike also comes with a 5-year warranty that even covers Cat 5, bike park, DH, and enduro racing use. In his review, our technical editor, Guy Kesteven, said, "Merida's latest 160 consistently put me in the right position on the bike and the trail. Perhaps most importantly, it put me in the right frame of mind to enjoy its easy speed without feeling robbed of the fun or interaction of quick sprints or playful pops at every opportunity." While some riders might miss extensive geometry adjust options, the bike felt great as it came, and the ability to add a coil shock, turn it into a mullet-wheeled setup, or even a mid-travel trail bike adds bigger picture versatility. Number 3. Pivot Switchblade XTR. There's no escaping the top-end price of the Switchblade. Hit the trail though, and that immediately all seems forgivable. Its ability to turn every section of trail into an ultra-high definition pop, rip, and power through playground is as good, if not better, than any other bike we've ridden. While it doesn't feel like it has more rear travel than 142mm, the quality of flat-out flow and tight power response is exceptional. The seemingly unbalanced front, 160mm, and rear, 142mm, travel actually sync superbly, and while they aren't the most radical numbers, the geometry is perfectly poised for the vast majority of real-world riding. It's also one of the few bikes where you can still swap to plus-sized wheels if that's your thing, but for most, it'll be the delicious detailing and visceral, dynamic speed of the Switchblade that makes it something very special. Pivot offers the Switchblade in a number of build options to cater to Shimano or SRAM preferences and budget limitations, although even the budget XT build requires some significant finances. In summing up the Switchblade in his full review, our tech ed Guy Kesteven said, "A brilliantly vivid yet smoothly controlled, high-velocity technical trail bike for the few who can afford it, but not without some potentially irritating aspects." Number 2. Santa Cruz Nomad CXT RSV. Santa Cruz has an impeccable pedigree in gravity racing and popularized the long travel 29er with its original Tallboy LTC back in 2012. A radical reconfiguration of Santa Cruz's VPP suspension system appears on most of the Californian brand's latest trail bike models, including the 170mm Nomad. Rolling on 27.5-inch wheels, the Nomad isn't necessarily a pure enduro race bike as long travel 29ers have dominated that space. However, the bike is essentially a single-crown downhill bike that can make easy work of any rough and steep trail. That's combined with an ability to pedal back up the mountain without hiking or shuttling. The bike we tested used Shimano XT gearing and braking along with Santa Cruz's reserve 30mm rims. All of that suspension travel was taken care of with a Fox 38 fork and a RockShox rear shock. Guy Kesteven, our test pilot, did wonder if this 170mm monstrosity would be too much bike for his local trails. But it turned out that the Nomad has an incredible ride quality that doesn't get bogged down despite the big travel nature of this bike. He summed up this agile yet rapid bike as undeniably pricey but an outstanding mix of long travel suspension, surprisingly playful pop, practical detailing and lifetime warranted frame and wheels, making the latest Nomad a total riot on the rowdiest trails. Number 1 Trek 9.9 Gen 6. The 6th generation 9.9 brings the latest tech from downhill racing with a high pivot and idler suspension design, and upping travel to 170mm at both ends. It's still designed for efficient pedaling and climbing, but it is a versatile, all-rounder enduro rig. As with previous incarnations, the 9.9 is built with an OCLV carbon frame and an ABP rear pivot. It comes with a mullet setup, but also the ability to switch to 29-inch wheels front and rear, like the older Slash. Trek has paired the RockShox Vivid Air Ultimate Shock with a Zeb fork up front, and used the latest SRAM T-Type transmission with a 10-52T cassette, along with SRAM code SLR4 piston brakes. Our tester Mick Kirkman was really impressed with the Gen SIXS ride quality, but was disappointed with the performance of the Bontrager wheels and tires, and also had a few issues with the added complexity of the idler and guide setup. Overall, however, Mick found the new Slash engaging and tons of fun. He summed up, "A major highlight is how smooth the bike feels in terms of bump swallowing and vibration damping, without ever losing a sharper edge and enough reactiveness to push on and play harder. Pedaling zip and climbing prowess is decent too, especially for a bike carrying some extra weight due to a high pivot design and added drivetrain parts." If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.